and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hi, I'm Z, your fashion living bookworm, and today we are discussing my February TBR. Okay, so for today, we are going to discuss my February TBR, but also go over my January reads. So I finished 3 books of my TBR in January. I ended up finishing A Court of Golden Bones, A Court of Mist and Fury, A River of Golden Bones, A Court of Mist and Fury, and When the Moon Hatched. And then I also have one carryover from the month that I will be finishing because it's my audiobook for the month of February. So with that being said, let's get started. I think we'll do my January review first. So let's grab them. Okay, so January I was really focusing on trying to finish my current reads that I didn't finish in 2025, and I finished 2, started 1, and I will still slowly get to them. I've kind of been figuring out my reading as I have a new full-time job now, so just figuring that out, making sure I'm still reading, and because I love it. I have so many books I want to read, but I'm absolutely obsessed with audiobooks at the moment, so that has been great for me. Because I have been rewatching Fairy Tail and binging the crap out of that show because it's one of my probably favorite animes. Tokyo Ghoul is top tier, one of my all-time favorite animes. Absolutely obsessed with that series, but Fairy Tail is very, very close. So anyways, we've been binging a whole lot of anime, but so I didn't read as much as I would have preferred to in the month of January. But so one of the books I read was A River of Golden Bones. This is a shifter series. There is multiple books in the series. I don't know how many there are. This is the first one. This is by A.K. Mulford. This was definitely a 3.5 stars for me. I really enjoyed our love interest. It was definitely a friends to lovers. It's fated mates. It's always been you kind of situation. And we have a secret princess. And it's, in a sense, it's giving slightly Sleeping Beauty vibes. Very, 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 very small, but there's some slight Sleeping Beauty vibes. But this is super cute. I don't, it's not very deep into, the shifterverse kind of world. So I think if you want to, dip your toes into getting into, the shifterverse kind of series, before you get to nodding and stuff like that, this is a great way to start. And that was a 3.5. I also finally finished A Court of Mist and Fury by Miss Sarah J. Maas. 4 stars. I absolutely loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, why did this take me so long to read it? Was it a 5-star for me? No, I don't know why I'm so crazy with my 5 stars. It does, I don't know what it is, but this was so good. This is Feyre. It's Rhysand. This is the 2nd book in the ACOTAR series. And it was so good. You know, it's after what happens under the mountain, after everything going on with Tamlin, because I struggled in A Court of Thorns and Roses. I loved Tamlin. I thought he was great. And then in this book, I was like, oh my gosh, F Tamlin. Screw you, bro. But yes, 4 stars for that one. And then I ended up reading When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This was actually one of my 26 for 2026 books, and so I'm very happy I got it finished in the month of January. I read this on Audible. 4 stars. Oh my freaking goodness, you guys. I love this book. This was so freaking good. To be honest, what is his name? I can't believe it. Not Rick. Oh my gosh. I was so glad when that guy died. But I really liked Rave. I think they're from the beginning to the end, I feel like her emotional growth wasn't as much as I wanted to see, but we know a bit more about her, and she's kind of learning more about herself, because she didn't really have memories from her past life. Well, it's not even her past life, but she didn't have memories from before. But I thought it was really cool. I did want her to have more emotional growth throughout this book, so I'm hoping to see that in the next one, which will be coming out this year, so I'm very excited for that. But this was a solid 4 stars for me. I enjoyed it. It's got dragons. What more can I say? It's got dragons. I wish the dragons talked though. That would be great. They don't really talk, but like I think Sarah A. Parker did a good job displaying their like displeasure and stuff in her writing. But yes, this was good. And I also liked like the past scenes that we do see, and that will lead you into more information on the story without spoiling anything if you haven't read this one, because it's good. Honestly, I was super intimidated by it because she is a chunk, but we have her knocked out. So those were the 3 books I finished in January. I also am bringing Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. This is the first in the Nightborn Duet series. This is a part of the Crowns of Nyaxia novel, and I'm bringing this over with me. I'm not done with it yet. We are so far, can't remember where we're at on Audible. I think we're on chapter 24 or 25. I don't know. But anyways, bringing this over with me, and this will probably be done before some of the others. But yes, I'm enjoying it. It's vampires. She's a human. She's entering these trials. And yeah, it's a good time. I feel like a lot of people have already read the series, and we're getting there now. We're working on it. We're getting to these things. It's cool. It's cool. But for the month of February, I want to go back to my roots as a reader and read things that I had previously loved and obsessed over when I was a teenager, which, to be honest, I've always been a reader. I think there was like a small time where I did stop reading for a bit just because like life, I was an adult, I had responsibilities, I had a job, and I got off work and I just wanted to watch anime, so it wasn't exactly reading, but like getting back into reading again. I want to see how my tastes have changed, what I would actually rate these books now, how do I feel about them, how they've aged, because, well, these are quite old books, older. So let's get to it. One of the first books I'm actually reading, and I already have it started, not that far into it, but it is Fallen by Miss Lauren Kate. Basically, we have this, our main character, her name is Luce. She ends up, there's this accident and she doesn't understand what happened. And so she's sent to this reform school, and there's fallen angels. It's always like there's loves through centuries and things like that. Like she's had past lives and things like that. And yes, I was obsessed with the series. I read every single one in the series, and yeah, now I want to know how I feel as an adult going back into this book. And honestly, outside of Fallen being the very first one, I am, because that's my current read. I'll read them in no particular order. But another one I want to go back into is that's the next one, is Touch of Frost. This is by Jennifer Estep. So this is, and it's not gothic, but basically we have our main character. Her name is Gwendolyn. Yeah, her first name is Gwendolyn, but she goes by Gwen Frost. She is actually a gypsy, and she's going to Mythos Academy. Mythos Academy is basically this home of all of these like legendary warrior gods and goddesses children, or like great grandchildren, and they're learning how to fight these monsters and demons that are in their world. And then there's like these dark forces going about, and they're trying to bring back the god of destruction. Not destruction, they're trying to bring back Loki. And yes, yeah, but they're trying to bring back a Loki, and it's like I was literally obsessed with this book. I loved this whole entire series. I actually didn't even finish the series because there were like 3 more books, and I stopped at like the 3rd book, I think, 3rd or 4th. Anyways, I never finished the series, so I really want to do that, and so I'm going to dive back into this one. This was such a good time. But yeah, no. And of course she's got some Spartan love interest who is this descendant of like the 300 from Sparta. You know, Sparta. But anyways, this was so good when I read it the very first time. Actually, I've read this multiple times. I used to reread things when I was younger because I didn't have an obnoxious amount of books. But anyways, we are going to be diving into this one. This one I'm very excited. Honestly, there is not a single book in my TBR for this month that I'm not excited to read because I loved them so very much. Like, these all hold like special places in my heart, and in a sense they developed me as a reader. Like, are you okay, Bubby? Okay. I literally, like, I've always been a paranormal romance girly. I've always been a fantasy girly. Like, magic, mythical things, academic settings. I've always loved them. And you can see that as I continue to still love them. But going back into things I've already previously loved, I'm very excited for that. If you cannot tell, like, I'm so stoked. I don't know why I didn't start this one first. Especially because it's only like, and none of these are like crazy long or anything like that. Because this one is literally not that. Yeah, this one is literally 350 pages, so it's not that long at all. Fallen is, I'm not 100% positive, but they're typical, like, these are like your typical like early 2000s, not early 2000s, like 2010s kind of like series. And also I want to know if like feel dated or anything like that, because I read them quite some time ago. But on to the next. This book series will forever have my heart and soul. Like, when I've literally had a video where it's like all the books I would save in a fire. This series has always been on that list, and it's the Night World series by L.J. Smith. I am obsessed with the series. I'm absolutely obsessed. I really want to read all 3 of them because none of them are all that long. To be honest, this is a 3-book omnibus. Yeah, that's what they're called. And whoops. Oh yeah. For 3 books, it's only 729 pages. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm literally so hurt right now because I literally just looked at the price of how much this book was. Because I bought this, I think, yeah, this was published in 2000. This copyright was published in 2008 because L.J. Smith had technically wrote these like originally in maybe like the 90s or the 80s. I'm not really sure. But anyways, this one came out in 2008 and I read it in 2008. Oh my gosh. So this is old, and see, this is perfection. She looks amazing. She looks brand new. She's old. But yeah, so it's 3 books in 1 volume, and I do want to read them all. It's Secret Vampire, Daughters of Darkness, and Spellbinder. Secret Vampire, we are following Poppy. She finds out she has, I think it's a type of cancer. I'm not really sure. But she finds out she has a cancer, and she discovers her best friend is this a spoiler? I don't really know. Oh, nope, not a spoiler because it is on the back. Thank goodness for that. Okay, but basically Poppy finds out she has a terminal cancer, and then she finds out that her best friend is actually a vampire, and then he turns her because, you know, he's like, I don't want my best friend to die. So he turns Poppy. It's their romance. It's fated mates. It's like, so, okay, they don't call it fated mates in the series. They call them soulmates. And I love, and it's like the soulmate principle. There's a whole story behind it. It's amazing. I love it. And then Daughters of Darkness are following 3, they're vampires, right? Yeah. Daughters of Darkness are following 3 vampire sisters, and they're fleeing their coven. I think they live in covens. I think the vampires live in covens. They're fleeing their coven, and they're going to live with their estranged family member, and they're being, like, hunted, in a sense. And other things happen. And it was so good. It was so good. And then the 3rd one is Spellbinder. This is basically following 2 witches, and of course they have covens, you know, your maiden, your crone, all those kinds of things. But we're following 2 witch sisters, and they have moved to a new school. They're going to a human school. One of them, there's a forbidden romance. Shush! There's a forbidden romance. They find out they're also soulmates. It's a good time. If you guys have not read anything by L.J. Smith, I implore you, please do so. Granted, the series isn't finished. the series is finished. However, there is a chance that we might get the last one. Because the publishers do technically have the manuscript, L.J. Smith has sadly passed away. R.I.P. my queen. I loved you. I miss you. I wish you would have published your last book before you passed away, but you didn't. I forgive you because I still love you. I still love you. Love in my heart. Nothing but love for that queen. R.I.P. That was a sad day. I actually cried. But like it was a hard time because I loved this book, this series, and it wasn't finished, and then she passed, and I was just like, why? But it's okay. Even though it's not finished, it's still amazing, and I will reread it and be obsessed because it's just that good. So hopefully I'm still obsessed with it because I haven't reread it in a few. I literally used to reread it every single year, but it's been a minute. Next, Evermore by Alison Noel. I love this book. I ate this book up. Oh my gosh. So in a sense, it's also Fallen Angels, I think. I can't really remember. Yeah, he might be a fallen angel. I'm not really sure. Or he's not a demon. He's not a demon. I don't remember what he is, but he is not human. Basically, we find out that our main character, she was in this car accident, and she lost a lot of her family, so now she's living with her aunt. And in a sense, she is very secluded in this life because what is it? Does she? Oh yeah, she sees people's auras and their thoughts. So, and I think he's kind of like, oh, she can't see his aura or anything like that, so. Also, this book made me obsessed with tulips. I'm not gonna lie. When they've become my favorite flower solely because of this book series. I have, in fact, read every single one in this series. Loved it that much, so I had to read it all, and I'm very excited to reread this one. But yeah, so now she was in a horrible accident. She lost her family, and now she can see auras and hear people's thoughts and then know their entire life story by touching them. So she avoids touching people, and she's very like self-secluding of herself because she doesn't want all this happening. She's still dealing with the grief of losing her family. Like, it was literally like her mom, her dad, her sister, and I think their dog. Like, dang, girl lost her dog too. Like, harsh. But yes, that one. And then the last one I want to read because I do want to be realistic in the month of February. It is a shorter month, and I'm working, and I'm still figuring all those things out. And that is going to be Marked by PC and Kristen Cass. This is the very first book in the House of Night series. I absolutely loved it. I didn't even read all of them, but I did love it when I was in them. So basically, our main character, so this is a world, vampires coexist with people, and basically you find out that you turn all of a sudden, and then you are sent to the House of Night series. There's like a big church following as well, so there's some like religious like scrutiny going on in the series because they're like, oh, these vampires, they're children of darkness and blah 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 blah. But so there's religious scrutiny. Our main character, she starts getting sick. She finds out she's actually a vampire. She then has to be sent to the House of Night because that's the vampire school where they take in their fledglings. So fledglings basically aren't full born vampires, and throughout the school kids die because the change is harsh on their body. And yes, so it's basically like her going through, and then they have like these elements that they can control or feel or something like that. Anyways, I can't remember. It's been a while since I've read that one. But yes, that is what we're looking at for the month of love. I want to read books I've previously loved. Get it? See how that works? See? Copping? You tracking? Yeah? Okay. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. I'm very excited if you can't tell, because granted, I have a lot of books that are brand new that I want to read them, because I keep buying books and that's not gonna stop. But I have really thought about, like, I want to read books I've previously loved. I want to know how I would rate them, how I feel as an adult going back into these stories. And yes, I think it will be a good time. I'm very, very, very excited, especially, oh my gosh, like, I'm not gonna lie, I think the two I am most excited for, well, technically it's 4, but the ones I'm most excited for are gonna be Touch of Frost and the Night World series, because these two, oh my gosh, like I would literally like read this, like all 700 pages in like 2 days, because I just loved it that much. And this is like, oh my gosh, my absolutely favorite. I cannot wait to read these books. I can't wait to pick them up. I'm reading Fallen. I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm just, it's a good time. I'm very happy. So come along as I vlog in the month of February. I almost said May, I don't know why, but it'll be a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, do all those cool YouTube things down below. I am very appreciative of you being here. I thank you so very much. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. This is catchy merch. I know it's awesome. But anyways, I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, be bold, bright, and beautiful, but most importantly, be yourself. That's all I got.
Yeah, I never met someone like you. Oh, to your mama, she a blessing. There's nothing that I would undo.